Hey everybody, man, it's been a while since I've posted anything. These 12-hour work weeks, or 12-hour work days and 60-hour work weeks really take a toll on me. So anyway, I finally got some time here in the garage, so I wanted to get back working on my big plane again. The one with the 20-foot wingspan. I wanted to get back working on that. I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do as far as hooking up the servos for the ailerons on the wings. And I figured I'd just run the wires through my ribs and my wings. So I was gonna order some servo extensions, and I kind of waited on that because I wanted to see if maybe I could do that a little cheaper. And actually, I'm really glad I did, because I came there at work. Where I work at, it's a plastic thermoforming plant. We make plastic bowls and cups and lids for United Airlines, Alaskan Airlines. We make tubs for Hillshire Farms, Procter's and Gamble's, Reynolds, the Cryovac trays you see at Meijer or Walmart that's got your hamburger in it. If you ever go over at Meijer or Walmart, you find those little plastic trays. They're a lot of them are black. You flip underneath, it says Cryovac. Chances are we made that. So anyway, way off the point. Sorry. Where I work at, one of the maintenance guys was replacing some cables on one of our trim presses, and just discarded it in the trash. And I didn't think nothing of it, and I walked on. About an hour later, I come walking by, and I saw that wire in the trash. Well, let me take a look at that. So I got looking at it, and what it was it's 10 wires that are twisted in there. They're all twisted together. Then there's like a metal shielding that goes around that, and then you've got your rubber, the rubber insulator. And I got looking at some of the thinner wires in there. I said, it really reminds me of servo wires. So I brought it home, and I just for a test, I wanted to see if I could hook it up and see if I could get it to work. So stick with me here a second. I'll show you what I did. Okay, so like I was saying, I came across this wire, and what it turned out to be, there were, let me see, there's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there were 8 of these littler wires in this stretch of cord, and I actually stretched this out and got the measuring tape out. It's just over 22 feet. As far as the length of these wires. And so I've got a blue and a purple. I kept those twisted. A red and a black. I kept those twisted. I've got a brown, or I've got a pink and a gray that were twisted together, and I pulled off the brown from another bunch of wire, and I twisted it with this, and I just put some electrical tape on there to hold it together to make it a little more manageable. Then what I did over here, I actually took this here. It's a 20-inch servo extension. I cut it in half, and I joined the 3 wires that I got from work with the 3 wires on the extension. I just twisted and taped them here just to kind of hold them together, and I did the same thing at the other end. I've got this actually plugged in here to one of my planes to see if it works. We'll come down here. See, I've got all this wire right here, all this wire right here. Right here is the other end of the 22-foot section of wire that I brought home from work, and I twisted and taped it to the other end of the servo extension that I cut. I hooked that up here to, I've actually got it labeled right there. I've got it labeled for the auxiliary 1, because my left aileron I've got, my left aileron I've got mixed in, or the auxiliary 1, I've got that mixed with my ailerons to control both those. So anyway, I've got that hooked into there, and we're gonna go back over here. I've got my radio here. Okay, so I've got my plane plugged in, and I've got that hooked up there, and that hooked up down there. We're gonna go ahead and flip the switch here for my ailerons, and oh yeah. Okay, well that right there is really, really good. That pretty much means that I can take the wire here that I brought home from work, and I should be able to run it through the ribs here on my wing for my big plane, and should be able to run like make my own servo extensions. So yep, hang on a second, we're gonna get the camera moved and I'll show you what's up with that. Okay, so here we go. I got my wing set up here on my table. I got my wire run through my ribs. What I did to get my holes, you know, simply on the end here and on the end down here, I just took a sharp knife and I cut a slat out. That way, when I get my servo extensions connected, when I'm ready, when I'm ready to fly it, I can connect them and should be able to push them, somewhat inside the wing. That way they're not all bunched up right here in between rib to rib. And actually, to keep them together, because when I take these and I shove one inside the other, and when I have the wing closed over this, I mean, who's to say that these, who's to say that these aren't going to come apart? And with this inside the wing, I mean, that's going to create a problem, getting my servo end, back out. So actually, so something I've been doing on my plane, on something I've been doing on my other plane, with my servo extensions. You guys remember a couple months ago I posted a video saying that I twisty tie everything. Well, I came up with another good use for the twisty ties. Take the twisty tie and poke it through, just wherever you can get a gap. Like for example, right here, I've got a gap in my wires here between the black and the red, and then bring this back up on the other side of the servo extension, like there between the red and the black. Bring my two ends together here. Let me bring this forward a bit here. There we go. And so I've got the twisty tie run through the one side here and coming out the other side here, and then just twist these bad boys together. A good couple of times, and just fold that over. Those are not going to come apart. I mean, you're going to really have to pull on that to get that to come apart. So that's kind of what I was thinking that I would do when I'm ready to actually go fly this thing. I'd just put the twisty ties here on the servo extension joints. Then I can tuck my servo extension in there like that, and the other wing would join right there. And then come right back out and undo the twisty tie, and yeah. So anyway, so yeah, like I said, I took my knife, cut me a little slot there big enough for the servo extension connector there. For the rest of the holes, just use a screwdriver, and I just poked the holes through there, and I went ahead and ran the wires through there. Get this tie back off of here. Go. Okay, so I've got that, and I figured out, I pretty much, when I cut my servo extension, like I said, I believe this was a 20-inch servo extension. I cut it in half, and wherever the half is, I'll probably tape those better. I just haven't done it yet. I'll tape these better, and I'll probably leave whatever that is, 10, 11 inches sticking out there for now. And then on the other side here, I'll just I'll go ahead and cut it down here, something like that, and I'll put the wires on. Let's see, well, I'm not a very good cameraman. There we go. Let's try that. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna cut the wire down here, and then take my servo extension that I had cut, and I'll twist those together and tape those together, so it's basically like the other end. So I can tuck that in there, and should be good to go. So the good thing is because I now have this wire, I can go ahead and get my wings. Get the wires run through the wings, and then I can actually get these folded over and glued shut, and it actually makes storing them a little better now, because man, they are taking up some space here on my workbench. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at now. I know it's quite a long video for such a little amount of progress, but my work schedule has been killing me, so yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much about the only thing I've got to show off right now as far as my progress on my big plane. Just the fact that I was able to come across some wire for cheap, like free, and excuse me, I gotta reset that. There we go. But yeah, because I came across this wire for free at work, that helps. I do have a couple of short servo extensions here at the house. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them in half and get them wired up for the other sections of the wing. The only one I'm not gonna do is the one for the middle, because I need to decide how it is that I'm going to hook my motor or motors up to this plane. I don't know if I'm going to use one bigger one, with a decent sized prop, or am I going to use two? I'm kind of leaning towards the two. I'd really like to try that. I think that'd be kind of neat. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been up to. Guys, keep watching. I'll certainly post more progress as I get along. As far as this part here, what I'm doing here, if anybody's got any suggestions on, hey, you might want to try this, or check into this, go ahead and shoot me a message on that. I probably won't be working here on this wing much more, because I've got another plane that I'm working on. I think I'm working on like 3 different planes at the same time. Not a good idea, but that's how I roll. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, do I want to try something else, or watch out for this or whatever, shoot me your 2 cents on that. I definitely always listen to you guys. Quite a few people have given me very, very positive advice and suggestions, and I really appreciate it. And I tell you, I've got a lot of hate mail over this plane, and for you haters, hey, I love you too. So, thanks for watching. Keep checking around for more progress. I'll post them as I get them done. Thanks a lot.